Hello, we are home and let's go cut my hair. Y'all know I have been like itching to cut it short for a little while now, hoping that like cutting it the little bit that I did would like scratch that itch, but it did not. And so we're gonna cut it a little shorter because I'm going to LA in a couple weeks to get my hair done like I always do. I'm actually gonna be the model for one of Drea's classes, but I figure since I'm gonna be getting all new extensions then, that I might as well just like chop this and then I'll get new extensions and back to long in a couple of weeks. So let's go do it. Okay, here is the hair. It'll be really fun for a couple of weeks, like miss having length, but in the same breath, I'm so excited to have short hair to go to the beach, and just for a couple of weeks, my sunscreen like turned my extensions a little bit of a funky color, so I'm just excited to like not really have to deal with that. I'm going to get my feet tattooed today. I haven't gotten tattooed in like literally years. Obviously I was pregnant for like essentially a year. Otto is 6 months old now, so that's a year and a half. And then I think before that I hadn't gotten tattooed in like over a year. So it's been a while. And I've been thinking about doing my feet for a little while now. And I don't know, I just like woke up and had the urge to do it. And so one of my girlfriends does like fine line tattoos in Nashville, so I texted her and I was like, you know what, if she has availability, I'm just gonna like do it. So I am gonna go do that today. I'm really excited. I know people have asked before, but I thought what a perfect time to do a tattoo tour. I like small one because I'm like clothed somewhat. It's gonna be kind of hard because honestly I started getting tattoos at 16, and so I have just like random ones throughout my body, but we will do our best. So my first one was actually just this. It's like just some music notes. I was 16. My parents quite literally signed for it. I wasn't some like rebel that like went off and got it. They did sign for it. But I started there, and then when I turned 18, I like finished it all the way around my wrist. It's funny enough, a Jason Mraz song, You Don't Get Tattooed at 16. It is a great song. That was my first one. Second one, I think was this, which is like a guitar made out of music notes. I was really in my music era. And then a songbird. I was, again, really in my music era. Yeah, and then I have this one that says I believe in miracles. One of my best friends got diagnosed with cancer. It was essentially cancer of the heart, and they gave her, when she got diagnosed, they gave her quite literally hours to live, and she ended up making it quite a few years. And yeah, the whole thing was like, even the fact that we got the time that we did with her was truly a miracle. That was her whole thing when she got diagnosed, was, you know, miracles happen, I believe in miracles. So we had like bracelets made with them. So I got that tattooed on my arm. She had it on her body as well. Trying to think what's next. When she passed away, I have a K on my pinky for her. Her name was Caitlin. And then that's kind of when things started getting a little wild. So I got my half sleeve. I started with my half sleeve just to kind of like tiptoe my parents into it. But essentially my whole right arm is state flowers of every state that I've lived in, which is a lot. That's what kind of started that arm. My honestly, hands, my fingers and hands in general are just completely random. Not really a lot of like meaning or thought process behind it, just like kind of threw them on and went with it. This arm is when Zach and I first started dating, we kind of had this thing where whenever we traveled, we would get tattoos. So that's just kind of how that arm started. So we got like I got this one on my honeymoon in Hawaii. And yeah, it just kind of like, that's kind of how that all happened. I like forget about them. I have this like cute little one. I hope that you can see it on like my ear face that I like a lot. I forget I have it. I have a cross, which is random because like I'm not super religious, but whatever, pop off. And then I have Wild World by Cat Stevens. I'm obsessed with that song. I still love it so much. And so yeah, I have that on my neck. I hope y'all can see it. One on my sternum that I hate. I will probably end up getting that removed. And then I have Ace's initials right here. I have a little heart that says Mom. I have Peche is peach in French. My family was always like, oh, little Georgia peach, because I was born in Georgia. So I was like, I'm not going to get Georgia peach, but I can like make it cool and get it in French. And then a random butterfly, because like, why not? And then on my legs I have an anchor. Again, why not? I like literally forget. I have a little cherub angel that's super cute. Or sugar, which I actually like really love it. I have a strawberry. Don't know why. Cat. So I think that's all of them. But yeah, I don't know. I just think that like tattoos are a super fun way to express yourself and like be different. It all started for me by being like, okay, there are a bajillion little blonde girls in this world. Like, what makes me any different? Well, this does. I always liked tattoos growing up. I think growing up in the NFL, like I literally came out of the womb just seeing tattooed guys all day, every day. I always liked them. But yeah, I think it just started as like a way to express myself and feel different. And I think that like, I obviously go through phases of being like, wow, I really wish I didn't have all of these. But then at the end of the day, it's like, that's what makes me me. And I don't really like, there are some I don't love, but I'm also kind of like, I just don't care enough, you know? Like, it's cool. At one point in my life, I felt passionate enough to get that tattooed on my body. So like, pop off. Like, I just don't care. I think it's kind of funny, and I think it's kind of like cool now. I feel like I've lived a million different lives, and like the artwork on my body kind of shows that. And yeah, I'm gonna be late. I'm gonna bring y'all along. Let's go get our feet tattooed. Let's talk about beading. It all kind of just started, I don't know, when it comes to, I think I've talked about this a little bit before, but when it comes to like outfits or things like that, I truly will like wake up from a slumber and like think of an outfit. Like, I think my brain just works at like a million miles an hour, and it's truly always thinking about not like clothes in the sense of like consuming them, more so in just like clothes in like an art way. Like, I just think they're so beautiful, and I think they're like crafted so, like, I just think everything about fashion and clothes is so cool. I always have been that way. Like, that's like, it's been my entire life. But I literally just like woke up from a slumber and was like, I've got to beat shit. I have no idea why. I truly could not tell you. So I ordered some beads on Amazon, and I was like, I'm gonna give it a go. I have also talked about, like, I did go to fashion school. I like know how to sew. I know how to like make full clothes. So that helps. But yeah, I've gotten, if you follow me on Instagram, I've like shared some of them, and I have gotten a lot of messages about like, please teach us. Sorry, the light is like kind of going in and out, so it might be a little crazy. a lot of messages that are like, teach us, like what are you using? I am going to show you what I'm using. I don't really know if I can teach you, kind of tell you what I'm doing, but I'm not using like a template or like a stencil or anything. I am free drawing them onto a shirt with quite literally a eyeliner pencil. I don't have a pencil. Actually, I think this is a lip pencil. Regardless, this is a makeup pencil. And this is how I'm drawing them on, but just freehand. And then I just kind of like do the bead. So first things first, we did the first one, which was my little fish guy. It turned out so cute. I truly just used this as like a starter because I wasn't sure if it was gonna work or not. I didn't want to like ruin a shirt that I like loved. I am not a short sleeve girl. If you look at any of my clothes stuff, like generally don't really wear short sleeves. I just like don't like how it looks on my body. I don't know if it's like my shoulders, I don't know what it is. I'm generally either in like a long sleeve or a tank top. So I use this short sleeve as like a tester, and it turned out so cute, but I don't really wear short sleeves. And people are like, can I please sell them? Please let me buy it. I might sell this one, we'll see. Just because I don't really like tend to gravitate towards short sleeves, and I might just redo the fish on like a different shirt. So we'll see, I'll think about it. This is what started it. They turned out so cute. I'm literally just like truly obsessed with them. But I started a new one that I love so much. I'm almost done with it, so I'm gonna use like, this is kind of the way to show y'all some stuff, but it has a root on it and it's so freaking cute. And I'm like now getting pretty good at it, which I love. So yeah. So everything that I used, I just truly ordered like beads from Amazon. You can get them at Michael's too. I got 2 sets, I think, from Michael's. Amazon, I think they're a little bit cheaper. I'll like link the ones that I have. And then I just have like some needles. I have some clear thread. This is the hardest part of it all, truly, is using the clear thread because you can't see it. So that's been kind of hard. And then scissors, probably a pencil, preferably not a makeup pencil. Like these, you need these little wheelie things to put your garment in. Like I said, I draw on whatever I'm doing onto the shirt, clothes, whatever you're beading on, and I just kind of start. I think the one thing that I have learned now that I've done like my second is that it looks a lot better and like interesting if you are using different colors, if you're using different materials. Like I hope you can see it on like specifically this lemon. Like I use a ton of different, let's see if I can get this guy. I use a ton of different like size of beads, colors of beads, like different dimension. I think that really helps, and it just like turns out so much cooler. Something else, okay, before I start, something else that I've learned is that like with my fish one, I kind of like packed too many beads into the outline, if that makes sense. As with this one, I left a little bit more like, not space because you can't see the shirt, but it's just a little bit more organized and it looks a lot better when it is that way. Like don't pack too many beads into the outline of whatever you're doing. I'm reattaching my needle right now. Like I said, the hardest thing is that like you just cannot see this thread. So that's been the hardest part. I spend the most time trying to just look for the damn thread. If you don't know how to sew, this is definitely not the tutorial for you because like I'm not really teaching that part. I'm just kind of telling you what I'm doing. But, I normally do work like 2 beads at a time. So my needle's here, I put 2 little beads on it and then place it on, oh, you can't see, I won't tell you. On here, put it through the material, and then I come back around, loop it through the beads, and I do that 1 time so that it's super secure. And then I literally just do that through the entire thing. Like I wish that I was a better instructor when it comes to this, but I truly just like was winging it and hoping that it worked out. So I don't have like a ton of like things to be like, this is how you do it. But I can tell you everything that I used. I'll try to see if I can figure out a better way to kind of show you how I'm doing it, because like I would love that. I'm gonna finish this and then I'll show you. So stinking cute. I'm obsessed. I love it. We are going to the beach next week. So I am going to be flying with both the boys solo. Send prayers. But yes, I will bring y'all along. As always, thank you for watching. Love y'all. Bye.